Look at someone near you right now. Doesn't matter who. A coworker. A stranger on the train. Look at their eyes. Notice something? You can see exactly where they're looking. Not approximately. Exactly. You can track their gaze without asking a single question, without them saying a word, without any effort at all. You just know. Now go find a dog. Or a cat. A chimpanzee at a zoo. Try the same thing. You can't do it. Not with anything close to the same precision. And here's what's strange. You've been doing this your whole life and never once stopped to wonder why. You've been broadcasting your exact gaze direction to every human within 20 feet of you, constantly, every waking moment, and you never questioned it. The answer to why involves one of the most radical bets evolution has ever made on a single species. The obvious explanation, the one your brain probably just reached for, is that humans developed white eyes so we can see better. More light enters the eye. Better contrast. Sharper vision. That's wrong. The white part of your eye, the sclera, doesn't help you see at all. It's connective tissue. It has nothing to do with your visual processing. Plenty of animals with exceptional vision, eagles, mantis shrimp, dragonflies, don't have white sclerae. The white doesn't make you see better. It makes you readable. And every other primate figured this out and went the other direction. Chimpanzees, gorillas, orangutans, bonobos, they all have dark brown or black sclerae, nearly matching their iris. When a chimp looks sideways, you cannot easily tell. The direction of their gaze is hidden, camouflaged, private information. Evolution spent millions of years keeping primate eye direction a closely guarded secret. Then humans came along and blew the whole thing open. In 1999, a Japanese primatologist named Hiromi Kobayashi and his colleague Shiro Koshima published a study that changed how we think about the human eye. They examined 96 primate species and found that humans are essentially unique. We have the largest, whitest, most exposed sclera of any primate by a massive margin. Our eyes are also shaped differently, elongated horizontally, which makes the white even more visible when we shift our gaze. They proposed what became known as the cooperative eye hypothesis. Here's the core idea. White eyes didn't evolve to help you see. They evolved to help others see where you're looking. In most animals, gaze direction is a power asymmetry. If a predator can read your gaze, you're in danger. If a rival chimp can read your gaze, they know what you want before you take it. Eye direction is tactical information. You hide it. But humans made a completely different wager. Humans bet that the benefit of sharing gaze direction with each other would outweigh the cost of revealing it to enemies. And for that wager to pay off, we had to become deeply, intensely cooperative. So cooperative that another human reading your eyes was more likely to help you than hurt you. White eyes are not a feature. They're a symptom. They're the physical proof that at some point in our evolutionary past, humans crossed a threshold into a level of social trust that no other primate ever reached. The evidence for this is striking. In 2003, evolutionary anthropologist Michael Tomasello ran a set of experiments that would later become famous. He presented human infants, chimpanzees, and other apes with the same challenge. A person looks toward a distant target. Where are they looking? Chimps follow the direction of the head. If the head points left, the chimp looks left, even if the eyes are looking somewhere else. 12-month-old human infants? They follow the eyes, not the head. A 1-year-old child who cannot yet speak, who cannot yet walk, already understands that the eyes are the signal. Not the nose. Not the chin. The eyes. We're wired for this at birth. Follow-up studies with newborns, days old, showed that babies preferentially track faces with visible, high-contrast irises against white backgrounds. The white sclera isn't just visible. It's actively, neurologically prioritized by our brains before we've had a single conscious experience. This isn't something you learn. It's something you come preloaded with. But here's where it gets genuinely strange. If white eyes evolved for cooperation, to let others know where you're looking, then the same feature that builds trust should also be a massive liability. Because once everyone can read your eyes, deception becomes extremely difficult. And yet humans are the most sophisticated deceivers on the planet. We lie constantly. We bluff. We misdirect. We maintain poker faces. We say one thing and mean another. How do you do any of that when your eyes are giant biological gaze broadcasters pointing directly at what you actually care about? The answer is that we evolved a second ability right alongside the first, the ability to control our gaze. To make our eyes lie. Humans alone can perform something called gaze deception at scale. We can look directly at something we don't want. while wanting something else entirely. We can direct another person's attention with our eyes to the wrong location while we move toward the right one. Poker players spend years mastering it. Magicians built an entire art form around it. Athletes fake defenders with eye movement. The white eye created a communications channel. And once that channel existed, evolution started exploiting it in both directions, for honest signaling and for strategic manipulation. We didn't just evolve to read eyes. We evolved to read whether someone is trying to deceive us with their eyes. The neuroscience shows we have dedicated circuitry in the brain, particularly in the superior temporal sulcus, that is specifically activated by eyes. Not faces in general. Eyes specifically. Think about what this means. When you look at someone's eyes and feel like you're seeing something true about them, you're not imagining it. That sensation is the output of specialized neural hardware, hundreds of thousands of years old, calibrated to extract information from one of the most honest signals your body can produce. And when that same hardware catches someone whose eyes don't match their words, when something feels off, when you sense someone isn't being straight with you, that feeling isn't paranoia. It's the system working exactly as designed. The whites of your eyes are not an accident. They're an announcement, an evolutionary declaration that you chose a path no other primate chose. Radical openness, radical cooperation, and all the deception that came bundled with it. Every time you make eye contact with another person, you're inheriting 3 million years of evolutionary history. You're part of the only species that was ever brave enough or desperate enough to just let everyone see where you're looking. Next time, if you're looking at your crush, don't be shy. Follow for more content like human history and science.